Morning, we're going to call the Tuesday, May 19th, 2026 meeting to order. Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Tony, you got prayer?
We do have a prayer, so let's gather our thoughts, bow our heads. Gracious God, during EMS week, we give thanks for those who serve on the front lines with courage, skill, and compassion. You remind us that life is shaped not by what we receive, but by what we freely give, especially in moments of crisis and need. Bless our EMS professionals as they give their time, strength, and hearts for the sake of others. When the work is heavy and the sacrifice is unseen, renew their spirits with purpose and hope. And at this time, let's just take a moment today to pray for all the members of the EMS teams and thank them for what they do for those in need of medical care. Amen.
Okay. Roll call.
Commissioner Frankert,
Here.
Commissioner Blestacker.
Here.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Here.
Okay. I will accept the motion to approve the digital audio video recordings of the previous board session from Tuesday, May 12th, 2026.
So move.
Second.
Okay. Roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
Commissioner Blestacker.
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert.
Yes. All right. So today it's National EMS Week. So we want to welcome our EMS here and going to turn it over to Tony to lead
Say a
with
few
that.
things?
Yep.
Yeah, well, thank you. We'll conclude with a proclamation, but I would like to just make a few comments. We appreciate everyone coming in and to be recognized. There's an entire week planned for EMS, and tonight, what's tonight, Nick?
Tonight is burgers down at New Riddle.
Burgers at New Riddle. Tomorrow night,
Tomorrow night is nothing. Thursday, we have breakfast at Station 4. Friday, we have breakfast at Station 3. Saturday, we have breakfast at Station 6.
so instead of going to the corner, you can go out there for breakfast.
There you go, yeah.
That would be good. We just want to highlight a few accomplishments for EMS, and I want to recognize Mark Mack. Mark's here from New Riddle. How many years, Mark? 40? 46 years in EMS. And Chris, Chief, you've been how many years?
46, we were in class together.
They were in class, two 46-year EMS veterans. We really appreciate that. I learned something new as we walked in, that Mark was the fiscal officer, and he actually passed the gavel to Matt at one point. So I did not know that about you, Mark. Mark was very involved early, for all of you guests here, in the formation of what we now know as Seneca County EMS. At New Riddle, he did commercials for us. We used his picture on postcards. He was very helpful and he's dedicated almost his whole life to EMS. And he saw the need to, if he wanted to continue EMS coverage out where he lives in rural America, New Riddle area, that we needed to do this. So we appreciate that, Mark. I want to thank you for that. We'll have a moment when you guys come up for the picture, maybe that you can say a couple of things and introduce our guests, if that's okay. A couple notes. So we have a couple good things I want to share with the public. All the medications that are currently in Seneca County EMS, we went a different direction with University Hospital, and they brought in their medical supplies, and we were allowed to donate all the Seneca County EMS supplies to the city of Tiffin. You want to add anything to that, Chief or Matt?
Currently, we're working with the Ohio Board of Pharmacy to make sure that we have all the documentation correct, but that will be upcoming.
To transfer that over. So that's a neat thing, that we can take our, and Tiff and Chief Chappell's excited to get it, but there's a pharmacy protocol about. So I just wanted to thank you guys for that. We also have we've lit the courthouse blue and green. So when you guys are driving around tonight, you might want to pass that on and you look up. We have the EMS colors up there for the whole week, and we gotta thank Ed because he didn't know how to do blue and green or no, he figured it out. So where the courthouse is lit, it'll be lit this entire week for all EMS, which, you know, includes Tiffin and Bascom and Fostoria and really everybody. So I want you to know that. Chief, you want to say anything? Any comments before we?
I'd like to thank the assistance from the commissioners on the continued growth of Seneca County EMS and your support. And everything that we do is, you know, we're very proud and very happy that we have that support behind us.
Thank you, and I think we're.
Yeah, that's what,
100% there.
like to follow up too, that I see former Mayor Adam Greenslade here, that many meetings kind of brought us to today and stuff on that, you know, the Village of Green Springs, Adams Township, and Pleasant kind of come together and, you know, helped start the process and work with the county to get up to the level that we are today with it. And, yeah, it's been a long path, but it's been a good path, and I think we're in a lot better spot than where we had been some previously, so.
I'm glad you brought that up, thank you. Chief and I were in Green Springs last night, giving our annual update, and your two names came up. That was the first breakfast I had was with you guys in Kingsborough. And you know, that was 9 years ago when you started EMS. 9 years ago, the 2.5 mil levy. Today, we're still 2.5 mils, and we're serving 440 square miles of the county. So it was a great vision, and we continue to build that out. And so, Commissioner, anything from your end?
You know, being here for the last year and a half, getting to see how much things have just kind of gotten better and better. Really proud of what you guys are doing.
So I'm gonna read a proclamation and then have everybody come up, if that's okay. Get a photo and maybe a couple comments and go from there. Proclamation for National EMS Week, May 17th to the 23rd, 2026. Nice glare on the right forward. Whereas, emergency medical services EMS professionals are frontline responders who provide urgent life-giving care at a moment's notice, often serving as the critical link between crisis and recovery for individuals experiencing medical emergencies. And whereas Seneca County EMS teams, including paramedics, EMTs, advanced EMTs, dispatchers, and support personnel, serve with courage, compassion, professionalism, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, covering rural areas of our community. Whereas a career in EMS demands extensive training, sacrifice, deep commitment to the well-being of others, often at a cost of holidays, uninterrupted personal time, and regular work schedules. And whereas Seneca County EMS continues to grow in preparation and preparedness and excellence, guiding by a mission to offer comprehensive, responsive, and equitable advanced life support services, ambulance transportation, while embracing continuous improvement and innovation. Whereas in 2022, the Seneca County voters supported the formation of the Seneca County Joint Ambulance District, uniting villages, townships to fund the new EMS stations and full-time employees, ensuring faster response times to expand services to residents in all parts of the county. Whereas the Seneca County Commissioners are proud to recognize EMS professionals who make this system possible and express deep gratitude for their vital contributions to the health and safety of our community. And whereas the 2026 National EMS Week theme, Improving Outcomes Together, recognizes the vital role of supporting EMS professionals through strong leadership, safe staffing, mental health resources, professional growth, while reaffirming our shared commitment to compassion and equitable care for all. Now therefore, we, the Board of Seneca County Commissioners, do hereby proclaim the week of May 17th through May 23rd, 2026 as National EMS Week, in Seneca County and encourage all citizens to join us in honoring the extraordinary work and dedication of our EMS personnel. In witness thereof, we, the Board of Seneca County Commissioners, hereunto set our hands to this proclamation, 19th day of May in the year of our Lord, 2026. Bill Franker, Anthony Paradiso, and Brent Mustacker. So, again, thank you. Do want to recognize our leadership team by name and then have everybody come up. So we have, come on up. Why doesn't everybody come up? And then I'll introduce the three. Come on up for the picture. You too, Mark. Bryce, you got us covered?
Got you covered. I'll send an invoice.
Hey, he's always Bill. You know that?
He's always building.
Come on up.
You're gonna tell me your way.
Bryce is always figuring out a way to make fun.
You know. I'll send it to you guys.
I like that. You're gonna give that to Marissa too, aren't you?
Yeah, hey, of course. She said she's the only one missing from the team.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, you're great.
All right, let's do 2 rows.
Stand up, Leo.
Yeah, stand up, Linda.
I'll get right this thing, you too.
I'll give that away.
It's all about you guys, it's not about
Go
us.
back there for a quick photo. You can't be standing up. All right, make sure you can see everyone.
Bryce, make us look good.
And I always 1, 2, 3. Catch a little bit of glare. It must be Brent's head. Just kidding. We got 2 for that.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I did. Do you want to do the proclamation? I'll do a picture with you. That is one.
Yeah, we'll give this to the chief
All right, I'll do one more.
here. No pick up, will you?
All right.
Thank you. Make us look good.
1,
Bryce.
2. Perfect.
Of course. Thanks. Okay. Thanks, Mark. Yeah. Well, I just want to introduce the leadership team real quick. I don't want to screw up.
You're fine. No, you're good.
So, we have our director, Chief Heffley. He's our director. Assistant Chief of Operations, did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I wrote it down. Nick Summers. And then Lynn, who's been with us from the beginning, is Assistant Chief of Administration. So these 3 here are out at the Public Safety Building at the fairgrounds, and they're the leadership team that kind of keeps this thing running. And we really, really, really appreciate all those that are part of Seneca County for buying in, believing in us, and growing with us. And it's continuous, isn't it? Hasn't always been easy, but we have some good momentum, and we're really grateful to have the leadership team that we have. So thank you, guys. And we wish you well. Keep going. Thank you. So thank you. Anything, Chief? You guys want to say anything before you head back?
I would.
Yeah, good. Thanks.
I would like to thank Seneca County citizens for believing in us. It was a heck of a ride. It was a ride well worth it. I especially thank my crews. Every day when I'm sitting in my seat, there has to be a little humility when you're sitting in the seat. And I can honestly say that our crews are resilient. We have very few call-offs, and we can pick up a phone and we can make things happen. And that's to our crews. And so I love these guys.
7 days a week. And all 3 of them obviously are medics. And Lynn jumps in the truck, and they all fill in often. So they're not only in the office, but they're out in the field, which is awesome. Nick, anything? Put you on the spot.
Yeah, that's right. I gotta say that over the last 6 months, I'm relatively new to the organization, and our crews have really embraced the forward momentum that we have started with training, with operational shifts, and budget restructuring. They've really, really stepped behind us and really supported us through this process. And the amazing support that we get from the Commissioner's Office is huge. All 3 of these commissioners really support EMS, and they really drive it home to make sure that our crews get what they need.
Chris, you're it.
I've been here about a little over 2.5 years. It's been a big change for me, but it's been enjoyable to come in and basically try to restructure this, the county EMS system, in which we did. And I have to give credit to, again, the crews for doing what they do. And then these two that help on the side a lot. And then we also have, I'd like to recognize Autumn Kuzma, who is our EMS clerk, is that correct title? She does a lot of work within the office to keep things, help us keep things
Where's
flowing.
Autumn at?
Stand up, Autumn. So, and she's starting to, I'm sure when she came into this EMS, she was wondering what is she getting into and stuff. But now she's really gelled with the system and is working well.
Her favorite
So-
4 words are, how can I help?
Yes, yes.
And,
So, but, you know, I don't want to take any more time, but we had an instance this year that I think if everyone remembers, I want to tell the story about. We have basically 6 squads that were out at the same time running on calls. If you remember the Monday night, that was one of the snowiest nights we've had. All 6 of our vehicles were out running calls, and we did it
Same
very
time, yeah.
successfully. So that's just something to be proud of that we can do. We know we can do. So that's all I have.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Back to you. Thank you.
Bill, would you mind if I said something before?
Cool. Oh,
In case
cool.
they leave?
Yeah, you bet.
I just want to say thank you myself. You know, it was definitely a long ride. 9 years ago when we started this, looking over here and seeing this crew definitely heals a lot of wounds from arrows
Yeah.
in the early days. I couldn't log on to Facebook to look at pictures of my kids' friends my friends' kids or their food that they're eating or whatever, without reading something about how myself or Bill or Dave Kingsborough was trying to discredit what the volunteers were doing and things like that. It was never, ever about that. All we wanted was a consistent level of service across the county, that when you picked up the phone and you called someone or called for an EMS, the squad was on its way. There was too many times people weren't reporting their service hours. There had to be 2, 3 calls for service, and then they had to go to the next one. It wasn't working. It just wasn't working. It was nothing against the volunteers. We had great volunteers. We just didn't have enough of them. That's all the problem was. So I just really want to thank everybody for their work, because it really makes me happy to see where we're at today. Bill, obviously you and I started, you know, at the very beginning of this thing with Dave, and then Tony, without you coming on board when you did, I don't know that we would be where we're at right now, because you put in as much work as we did on this thing. We just started earlier, so I just really appreciate everything that you've done.
And then finally, whether you're a volunteer, an EMT, an advanced EMT, a paramedic, you're full-time, you're part-time, you're intermittent,
Mhm.
everybody's working together. We all have the same training, they all have the same protocols. We've achieved that
Yep.
mixture of diversity, and when you go out, you don't care when you hit 911, if they're a volunteer, if they're paid,
Nope.
if they're full-time. if
The
they're
level of
part-time.
service that people were getting was not the issue. It was the
So
consistency.
we maintain the level of service, we're in service, but we maintain the level of service, and we've actually raised the level of service over time, which is just
Yep.
also a great accomplishment, so. And with that, back to you, Mr. President.
Very good. So-
Thanks, Adam.
Yep.
You guys are welcome to stay. If you need to go, go ahead and leave. It's up to you guys, so, yep. So, we'll move right into soil and water. Give us an update.
Hi, Morgan.
Hello, good morning, good morning. All good, all good. All right, anyone that doesn't know, I'm Morgan Metzger. I'm the district administrator at Seneca Conservation District. Okay. With me, I have Jill Goshi, our outreach coordinator. And so today I'm going to give you, we're going to give you our first quarter update for the year. Right? Let's see, we'll start on our farm side of things. So H2 Ohio has been going really well with ODA. We have around 175 farms that we are working with, which equal about 100,000 acres in Seneca County alone that is in our H2 Ohio program. That's about 40% of the cropland in Seneca County. And again, H2 Ohio is a statewide initiative from Ohio Governor Mike DeWine as a response for the Lake Erie alga blooms, as farmers are one contributor to some of the algae blooms that happen in the lake. We are also making sure our farmers are upfront and being that one to help be the resolving that problem as well. So our farmers have been very great to work with. ODA has actually implemented some new software to make it easier for our farmers, make it more digital. We're working with our ag retailers, and it's been a very good transition. So we're looking forward to the next 2 years of H2 Ohio in the county, and bringing over millions of dollars back to our farmers too, which in the time where we're at, especially with the price of fertilizer and the weather that we're having, farmers are definitely going to need that money. So we feel good that we're able to help them with those decisions. Our ditch maintenance, we are almost done right now actually with doing inspections. It's going really well. And despite the rain that we've been having. And so we're then inspecting, after the ditches, we'll go inspect the tiles as well, and see what needs maintained, repaired, or anything of that as well. And then still in that process of vacating those 2 tiles that we have been talking about, which I think it's next week, right? So that process has been going well.
Is that the hearing?
Mhm.
Yep, the hearing,
Hearing,
yep, yep, so that's been going well too, so. We also just started renting out the 2 no-till drills that we have available for farmers and landowners to use, whether they want to get out a mix, because they might be in some sort of federal program, like our conservation reserve program. And so the drills have been very busy, and it's a great resource because maybe someone might not be able to afford a drill, or it's maybe not worth that investment just to plant, a less than a 10-acre patch of, maybe pollinators, maybe a hay planting. So those 2 drills are definitely getting a workout right now. We just actually updated them all. Clint, our one of our technicians, he works on the repairs and has been keeping that moving along. So for our education part, we do have our monthly story time. It is the first Wednesday of every month out at our farm at 10 o'clock. Now that school will be ending shortly, I'm sure we'll get a lot more kids eager and ready to be playing outside and playing on the farm. We have our monthly meeting of our board of supervisors at 7 o'clock, the second Tuesday of each month, so you're always welcome to attend that. We just wrapped up our tree sales, and we had a lot of trees this year. And there's actually some other soil waters that actually have removed their tree sale from their plan of work, so they send them our way. So we're glad to help out some of those as well. And then Joe will talk about our local work group, but we did have our local work group. We had a youth turkey hunt out at the farm. While they did hear some turkeys, but some rain came in, and so no one was able to harvest a turkey this year. But we did have kids excited to try, and not enough spots to even fill up this year. So it was great to see that response. Jill, I'll actually have you talk about Envirothon too, okay? So,
Yeah, last Friday, we just wrapped up 13 field trips, so over 600 students. Our team tackled along with help from Heidelberg Water Quality Lab, and it was a great time. So glad that we are not teachers. Teachers, you guys are amazing, but that 13 was enough for us. And that's enough kids. But yeah, we get them out in the creek. They get to see some livestock. They go on a hike. We identify some trees and some different native plants that they can look at. We talk about soils. They got to dig. They got to touch worms, wildlife, all the things that they can't really do in the classroom. So that was great. And then this year, at the beginning of the year, we had 2 new board members. So Jess Burlenkamp and David Cassidy, and they have been serving their terms great. They seem to really enjoy it. We're getting some really good conversations at our meetings, and we're looking forward to the rest of the year to see how that goes. We've been working with some partners, getting into the community. We visited the dog warden, the Ritz Theater, and then Ability Acres at Misty Lane Farm. We went to a partnership meeting with the Ohio Federation of Soil and Waters, and we got to learn some breakout sessions and talk to other soil and waters to see what they're doing for their county. Maybe we can bring some of those programs to our county. And then we have been visiting the classrooms and helping if they can't come out and do a field trip with us, even though it is free. I know that's a lot for a school, so we make sure that we get into the school to talk about conservation as well. We've also been doing some other presentations out at the farm, or we'll come to their wherever they have their meetings at. So we just did a senior resource network group, and then we just did the Kiwanis of Seneca County group. So it's really nice meeting other similar groups out there and see how we can help each other with anything. So, and then last we did a water career fair at Heidelberg that they host. The first one was in the fall, but it was canceled due to a delay of all things, right? So they had it this year in the spring, and so we were represented there in hopes that maybe, see if there's any college-bound kids interested in environmental studies. Maybe they'll want to come work at Soil and Water. Maybe they want to come work at the federal side, and how we can connect with them in their future that way too. So I'm going to turn it over to Jill, please.
First I'll talk about the Envirothon that Morgan alluded to. This is basically an environmental competition for high school students, whether they're in the science field or FFA tends to be a popular group of kids that it attracts. There's basically 4 categories in which these kids compete: forestry, soils, aquatics, and wildlife. So schools can enter teams of 5 students. They work as a team and they rotate through the stations and take a test basically through the whole day. And then the winning teams get to move on to the state competition. For Area 1, there were over 30 teams from all over Northwest Ohio. This year it was hosted up in Williams County, so about as far northwest as you can go without being in Michigan or Indiana. So Lainey Bowes, our education coordinator, and I traveled to help out, and we had 5 teams from our county, which is very high. We had 2 from Hopewell Loudon, and then 1 each from Sentinel, New Rickle, and Seneca East. At the end of the day, Seneca East actually placed 4th, which is very exciting. And they get to go now onto the state Envirothon, which will be 3 days in June in Steubenville. So I'll be very grateful to go with them to support them on behalf of our conservation district, in hopes that they continue their success. Their advisor actually competed in an Envirothon 10 years ago. So we're very grateful for all the schools who competed, and those advisors for really making that commitment, especially being so far from Seneca County. That was a hike for them that day. But it's just really exciting to see our students getting to learn about those fields and then going on to compete. Whether they win or lose, it's really about the learning, and I think every student could have taken something away from that day. So best wishes to Seneca East here in just a couple weeks when they move on to the state competition. Next, I wanted to share with the commissioners, we had a local work group meeting a couple weeks ago, I guess April, time goes so fast, a month ago already. That is an opportunity for those in the ag field to hear from our constituents, the farmers we work with, and also a chance to share what we do. So if they think of anything that, we don't really like this, or what about this, or have you thought about this, this is helpful, it gives us a chance to learn from the community who we serve. So the partners we worked with were the federal partners, FSA, and NRCS, and then OSU Extension as well. So all 4 entities, including us, did a presentation to share. We had about 15 people there. Some really great conversation in terms of potential future partnerships and programs that may work here. So I did bring our resource stack from all of our partners from that evening. So if I make sure with Cheyenne, and if anybody would like to sort through there's all kinds of good things in there. Yeah.
Wow.
And finally, it's hard to believe how fast the year went, but it's time for our first Fun on the Farm of 2026. We have 2 a year in June and October. This is a entirely free event for families or community members. As hopefully everyone knows, Proven Ground Farm is open during daylight hours if anyone wants to come anytime. But this event brings some activities to our farm with our incredible partners. So Seneca Parks, the OSS Solid Waste District, and the Sandusky River Watershed Coalition, as well as our team, will all have activities. So hopefully the weather will cooperate. Last year it poured. We still had people. We'll still be there. It's rain or shine. But Jake from Heidelberg will be in the creek helping kids learn about creek creatures. First tracks and scat, catch and release fishing, of course our livestock, always a crowd favorite. Hiking on the trails, a hay ride, and just all sorts of fun activities. So 9 to noon on June 13th. Everyone is of course welcome. I do have flyers for you, and also the public, if anyone would like to bring your families out, I'll make a deal for everyone. So please come in, and if you can't come to Fun on the Farm, of course, please come anytime and visit our beautiful farm.
June
13th, Saturday morning.
9 to 12.
Thank you.
I could drive my gator down to the farm.
We have people bring Friday TVs and they come fishing, and it's great to watch them.
Hey, Nick, that's down from the campgrounds too.
Yeah, it is.
Not too
Yeah,
far from
not too
Clinton.
far, there you go.
Get out here a little buggy and go down there.
So please come join us. We'd love to have you.
Thank you for your continued support and your time.
Nice job.
Coming, yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't have any questions, thank you.
Okay,
Good.
great.
All right, I think next we have Bryce from the One Collaborative.
Perfect. I know, Commissioner, I don't know if you want me to talk about it.
Yeah.
Real quick, I sent an email out.
Well, wait, let
Yep, sorry, you're up.
Hey.
They don't listen to me speak, they're smart, they're gonna have before.
See you guys, see somebody.
Thank you.
See you later. Thanks for coming, Mark.
Take care. See you guys.
Jason, are you on right now?
Nope.
Okay, well, thanks for coming in.
So I talked to Commissioner Paradiso. Obviously last Friday we sent out a press release about Toledo Molding Dye. As you guys know, that's been an ongoing process system. At the end of February, they announced the WARN notice, so it's required when you lay off more than 50 employees. Toledo Molding Dye represents the second largest employer for the city of Tiffin. Mercy Health is number 1, and then Toledo Molding Dye was second with over 400 employees at that facility. I think often people forget about how many people are in that facility, but we received at the end of February, that Friday before, just a notice that they filed a WARN notice with the state of Ohio through the end of April. So basically saying if they didn't find a buyer for the facility, that they were going to close it down. And so I want to thank Ohioans Jobs Seneca County. Tracy Franker has been great to work with. We were made aware right away, and the nice thing is we were able to call the facility. We had relationships with Jonathan Krubb, which is our plant manager. Jonathan called our office. He answered actually my phone on the first ring and said, "Hey Bryce, I was hoping we were going to have good news." We had a purchaser kind of ready to go, but it unfortunately fell through, which required the WARN notice be filed. From there, a lot of things took place. Obviously, bringing our regional partners, Regional Growth Partnership and Jobs Ohio, Bowling Green Economic Development has also impacted Bowling Green as well. And just work with them through the process. And the nice thing is we work with a company they're out of Texas, who was involved with the process of the sale. So their job was to help, whether through the bankruptcy process, get them to a sale or to close down the facility. And we built relationships with that partner as well through the whole entire process. And so throughout, we had things like a job fair that were announced. We went ahead and we rented a tent that was never going to get used, thankfully. And so we had a job fair set up on site. Obviously, we know that ended up getting pushed back and then getting then canceled. And then they also then came in and then also added an additional month of the WARN notice through the end of May. And so I'm very thankful again for Regional Growth Partnership, Jobs Ohio, the Ohio Means Jobs Office, and all the partners that were involved. We had the head of automotive from Jobs Ohio, Jonathan Bridges, in a couple of different meetings with a couple different stakeholders. We had a couple different folks who were interested in purchasing the facility, and as you know, they want to know, what can the state of Ohio do for us? What can Seneca County do for us? What can Bowling Green do for us? And so we've sat through those meetings, and then we really our office served as a local resource. It was kind of nice through this whole process. I always say that's why it's important to have a local office like a collaborative, is we kind of had the pulse on the situation. So we were updating the state, we were updating Bowling Green almost on a daily basis. The commissioners were on a lot of different emails that went out as well, kind of updating on the status of it. But I just want to thank again all the team, players that were involved in this process. Again, I think I've never been involved in this process like this, let alone being one of the 350 plus families that might have been impacted due to this closure. It's a very real situation. I remember getting a call last Wednesday when they cleared the Houston courts. The gentleman I've been working with called me. He said, "Bryce, I'm in the facility now." He said people are crying. They're cheering because they realized that was the last hurdle to pass for the purchase. And I think again, it takes our job, and we get the joys of announcing a lot of projects and a lot of things. But this is probably one of our biggest announcements that we've ever had. And really, as I said, our team sometimes. Our biggest wins are not losing, right? And so in this case, we were able to help retain the company, Javis, the company that purchased them out of Michigan. This is their first Ohio facility. We've had a number of discussions with their team, and they're so down to earth. And I think that's the nice thing is that they didn't change any of the union situation regarding Toledo Bowling Dye. A lot of that to continue, and that was through this whole process. That was kind of a difficult situation. Is there were some folks who were interested in the purchase, but they wanted to kind of figure out how to change the model, which is rather difficult. And so, again, just happy that we have a purchaser for the facility, happy we have partners who are able to step up and be able to support this whole process.
That's good. Yeah, and then, so thanks for that work and the update. So Tom, I don't know, did you catch that Toledo Mold and Dye not closing?
Yeah.
And so, we commissioners, and all of us know this. I just happened to sit on Bryce's committee. Bill is on Fostoria Economic Development, and Commissioner Busdecker's on downtown. We're all together in all this. So our contribution to the collaborative of $90,000+ of taxpayer money goes to that office to do more than just bring in new businesses. We're trying to recruit and make Seneca County business friendly. We're also helping current businesses expand. And this one is textbook, where they were going to close and leave, and you guys stepped up, did all kinds of work, and were able to keep it here. And so that's the full spectrum. And I love the story, and I just want to appreciate you coming in and saying that, among all the other things that you're doing. A lot of stuff's confidential, but.
For sure. And this one we tried our best.
This was a good one.
We tried our best to communicate, there were a lot of, for the general public, there were a lot of news that went out to the commissioners that kind of updated the entire process, so I tried my best to share. There's always that, as the commissioner talked about the confidentiality piece, but I think in some sense, when you're talking about 350+ jobs, I was talking to Jonathan, the plant manager. He's, there's certain times we were sharing information to each other that maybe I knew that he didn't know, or he knew that I didn't know. And I said, in this case, right, when you have that many jobs on the line, really all things are at play. And I don't really care if the textbook, usually response is, well, we don't share that information. Well, we will when jobs are at stake, especially that many jobs as well. And, it's been an interesting situation. And then obviously too, you probably saw the announcement too with the American Fine Center and that. So not often do you get hit with 2 closures. Actually, Bowling Green, they just found out there was another closure in their community as well. So I called Katie Thompson, their director, and I'm like, man, I don't know what we did to the good Lord lately, but he's really challenging us because they had a closure announced last week. But I think the biggest thing is when these things happen, they're unfortunate, but we can't hide from it, right? If we're going to be there, cut the ribbon and celebrate the good things, right? We need to be there as well when times are tough. And so, there are a lot of, tough conversations with WTOL, 13 ABC calling in our office and, hey, you want to talk? And I'm like, yeah, we'll, provide a statement because then again, we can't hide when things get tough. That's when we need to really step up and lead and start communicating to our elected officials. I also want to commend all our elected officials. You'd be surprised how many different elected officials from the federal, the state, to regional elected officials were calling our office almost on a weekly basis saying, hey, what can we do to help? And I do think it says a lot about, our community. And on Friday when we made the announcement, my first call I got was from Senator Reineke, and he was like, great job. And he was actually at an event up in Bowling Green. So I think it kind of says a lot that, someone like Senator Reineke, extremely busy, right, was the first call that I received saying, hey, this is good. And it says a lot. And Senator also pushed on to Jobs in Ohio, how important these jobs were to our region.
Very good. And that was, like I say, that no matter how things end up, you're into the groove with them and trying to make it the best it can be and stuff in all the situations. So,
Good stuff.
Appreciate the time and it's sleepless nights, I'm sure. So.
Yeah, it's, I would say the warn notice, it got publicly announced to the public too on a Friday at 10:05 p.m. And I was tell my staff, I said, I'm getting ready to roll over and go to bed on a Friday night, and then it gets broken by a local media source that the warn notice went out. I think the initial statement was that 400 plus people are going to lose their jobs, which is very much the case if this didn't go through. But I think a lot of it's the messaging as well, and saying, hey, yes, but we're also actively working the sale aspect of it, and it ended up where it needed to go. So it's all good.
Bryce, how many people are working on the Bowling Green plant?
I think there are 250 plus is where they're at right now.
So I always looked at it with employment, you add up that number, you add a spouse, and you add at least one kid. So you're talking close to 1,200 people it directly affects in our communities. And thank you guys for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, we'll move into commissioner reports.
So I'll go, last Tuesday, after we had our board meeting in late afternoon into the evening, I had GLCAP committee meetings, we had a general board meeting. There's some things with development and how they get their funding, some things we talked about, and they also were talking about giving a 1% pay raise, which we approved in the board meeting. Those people do work really hard, and there's 1% really is not very much in the real scheme of things. So then I believe it was the next day we had downtown development meeting, talking about different things we're trying to do downtown. And then they had a town hall meeting. I cannot remember Cindy's last name from the city of Kenton. They came up to the meeting to listen in because I think a lot of things that downtown development's doing, people are watching, seeing what we do and trying to do some of the similar things. So thank you to Bryce's people and staff doing what they're all doing there. And the 911 systems we have in the county are needing to be replaced. Commissioner Paradiso and I both attended Next Gen 911 demonstration. I believe it was Thursday. It was pretty long to sit through things that I don't really know that much about. He probably doesn't either. A little bit the technology of it. I thought that demonstration stuff was pretty good. We also had some other things go on here in the last 2 weeks. We have a new county administrator, Matt Klaus, is he's sitting up here, so we're doing a little activity and working some of those things with that. And we have Lori Benz is now our new county HR generalist. Andrea Caskey had moved on last Friday. So kind of did a lot of stuff with that. And then yesterday I worked on stuff with, I went to another demonstration, our Motorola Vesta for the 911 system. And it really isn't so much what I want, it's what the people that are utilizing it and what the capabilities are, but needing to know what we're looking at because we will make the decision on the funding on it. So want to be there to know what's going on and get some of their insight so we make the right decision, because it will be an expensive process, so. And I'll pass on.
Thanks, agreed. Yesterday, I think, I don't know if Matt was with us. Did you meet with Andrew? I think you did at the airport.
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday, we had the airport, Andrew Newman came in, and it was good, because Matt and Cheyenne was here. He is pursuing a grant with the Ohio Airport Improvement Program. It's a direct grant, and explained it to us, got to meet Matt, who is our county administrator. The county airport's something he will oversee. So that was a nice meeting, but I'd like to take action on this. There's no money from our end. He's just applying to get discretionary money to help take down trees and do some airport repairs. And so that's on the agenda for later on. I just wanted to bring that up. Matt, you want to add anything to that? You good?
No, I mean, yeah, it was great to meet Andrew, and, you know, I'm familiar with the family, not real well, but yet I know they've done a lot of great things out at the airport, and good to see him being proactive and trying to get some grant money.
And then attended several, as we wrapped up our EMS annual report. We went around to all the entities, Chris and I. Last Thursday, we went to Attica, the village of Attica, which was a nice meeting. They were one of the, it's kind of ground zero as well out there where we started, where Lynn's from. That was a nice meeting. Last night, we were in Green Springs. The full board was there. Mike J was there, talking about Kiwanis. There's a Kiwanis Club, Clyde in Green Springs. It's been a
Haven't
bunch
seen
of-
it for a while, yeah.
Yeah, and Jay and I had some good conversations because we went to school together. Yeah, it was good seeing him. And tonight, we're going to New Riddle. So we'll be eating some burgers out at the New Riddle station prior, and then we go to the village at 7 to kind of wrap up our tour. It was good. Yeah, that's it. Back to you.
Very good. Last Tuesday, I went down, met with Teresa down to museum, just kind of giving some updates where they're at on a lot of their projects and future projects and stuff with it. And her and Renee from Thrive is actually working with them on some grants and stuff on it, and for some more opportunity coming down the pipe there and stuff on it. So they're doing a great job at maintaining the museum and looking in the future and stuff with that. Tuesday night, went to the Fair Board meeting, good meeting. Sometimes you gamble a little bit, so the entertainment they have coming in, I think Lainey Wilson, so tickets are going fantastic on that, so they're really excited about the entertainment stuff on that. Not Lainey, it's
not Lainey Wilson.
What's her?
Ann.
Ann, there you go. Wilson's not that right. Half right.
Yeah,
Yep, sorry
right.
about that.
Your old lady Wilson.
Right.
One would have sold out the county.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
so
right,
that's
yeah,
fair
yeah,
enough.
30 seconds, yep.
Wow.
There's a Wilson comment, so, right, so, yeah.
The African Isles is gonna do this paper, right?
Yep, right, so no, they're really excited about, ticket sales are going fantastic for that. And then also on Tuesday, had a Community Corrections Board meeting over at the courthouse, and kind of meet there on a quarterly basis and kind of get updates from the judges, what's all happening around there and stuff with it. Went to the Board of Elections meeting on Wednesday afternoon as they certified all the results, and nice meeting as they wrapped that up. And then over to Fostoria, looking at some, with Mayor Manel and some others on some grant opportunities and stuff for some rail stuff going on there. Sunday was kind of a humbling day. That's basically out to Egbert Church, Pleasant Ridge Church. They had a dedication for Private James Griffin, who served in War of 1812, and his great nephew, Steve Kaufman, is the one that kind of initiated to be able to get a flag out there and stuff, so that way he's kind of being remembered and stuff for his time of being with the Ohio Spies back in 1812. So Yeah, so that was a pretty good event, and the rain held out, got a little sprinkle, but it was right about the time it's supposed to start, pouring, but it worked out good, so that was quite an event out there, so that was great for, Steve to put all the time and effort in, because they had to do all the genealogy, and, there's, actually met one of the genealogists from our area, she's outside of Green Springs, Heather Riker, so she really works with, good with the people and trying to find their heritage and all that stuff with it, so, that is, quite a endeavor and stuff on it, so. That brings us up to today.
Where'd the flag come from?
So the flag, basically the veterans and stuff
Yeah.
on it, so yeah,
So
basically,
we're all
so
way
they'll
back
be
to
just like
veterans.
when they go to,
Yeah,
they'll be.
one of those bronze.
Yep, so we're gonna put that out there then, so yep.
War of 1812. That's awesome.
Great accomplishment, so.
Yeah.
That brings us up to today, and we'll go ahead and move in to county administrator report.
All right, I have a couple of things. Well, really one thing. Thank you. I was hoping to have sales tax numbers for you guys today, but when I checked the website, they were not posted yet for the month of May. So the only thing that I have, and this should be the last one that we have to do now that we have the county administrator, but since this came in before, I think it's best to just do it how we had been. We got an application for the use of the courthouse square from the Tiffin Right to Life. And a little bit of background on this, they had already had one. They were just updating it because they have more people than the original permit had designated. And their original permit also stated other days that they would occupy it, but they really only do the first Friday of every month rather than the other dates that were listed. So they just wanted to have a more up-to-date permit. So I sent it off to the courthouse, I sent it off to the sheriff, and both Judge Shuff and Sheriff Stevens are okay with this permit as well. So if it's good with you guys, I think
I'm good.
we're good to go.
Yep.
Or for a resolution, update that, what we need to do?
No, it's just a vote, how we've been doing the different applications, so.
Do we need a verbal vote?
Yeah.
I'm okay with
Motion?
the
Yeah,
application.
okay,
I'll make the motion.
okay,
Do it that way. Second.
okay, all right.
Roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustaker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
All right, that's all I have for
Okay.
my report today.
Very good. All right, any other old business? Okay, new business, supplemental appropriations.
All right. So we just have a small handful for supplemental appropriations. The first one for general fund for inmate psychotropic medication in the dollar amount of $6,299. This is for the sheriff's office. They just get reimbursed. They have an agreement with Mental Health and Recovery Services. They get reimbursed for the different psychotropic medications for the inmates out at the office. So they're just asking for that money for their reimbursement. And then the next two, one for the County Capital Projects Fund for the Youth Center Complex and the dollar amount of $106,457.01. And the next one also for the County Capital Projects Fund for the Commissioner's Office of $257,237.70. These are both for the contract that we are going to be entering into with the first resolution that's on here for advanced excavating and demolition for the Youth Center Site Improvements Project and the Tiffin Calvert Parking Lot Expansion Project. Even though they were bid together, they're technically two separate projects, and the Youth Center should be paid out of the Youth Center line, and the Calvert Parking Lot Expansion will be paid out of the Commissioner's line. So that's what those two are. So we're just putting the money in place for that.
Good. I'll make a motion to approve supplemental appropriations as presented.
Second that.
Roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustaker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, resolution time.
All right. The first resolution I have is resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into an agreement with Advanced Excavating and Demolition LLC for the Tiffin Calvert Parking Lot Expansion and Seneca County Youth Center Site Improvements Project. I think it was originally pending prosecutor's approval, but I did receive their approval before today's meeting, so I took that part off of the resolution.
Very good.
Mr. Motion?
Now second. Roll call?
Okay. Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Okay. The next resolution I have is resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into an agreement with Software Solutions, Inc. for VIP and Analytics Cloud migration. This is for the quote that Julie and I believe it was Kevin from RCR came in last week and talked to you guys about.
So move.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Roll call?
Yeah, and just want, thank Julie for following up with some loose ends. She sent that email to us.
Yep.
So just want to recognize that.
Yep. Okay. Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
The next resolution I have is a resolution authorizing the memorandum of understanding for youth support services with Lutheran Social Services of Northwestern Ohio on behalf of the Seneca County Youth Center. I got this MOU from Stacy at Juvenile Probate, and it's just for various like mental health, substance use, and crisis intervention support for the youths out at the youth center.
Make the motion.
Second.
Okay.
Okay, roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Okay. And then we just had a couple last minute resolutions. The next one, as Commissioner Paradiso alluded to, is for authorizing the current president of the Board of Seneca County Commissioners to sign the Ohio Airport Improvement Program direct grant application for general aviation, airports, and all other necessary documents.
Moved.
Second.
Either way.
Okay.
Either way, it don't matter.
All right.
Roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
We sent that back to you so you could tell us who signed it where.
Oh, gotcha. All
I
right.
sent the whole document back, because there weren't any sticky notes or anything on it.
Gotcha. I'll go through it and get
That's
it
the
marked.
original. Yeah, and I'll let you,
Perfect.
is that good?
Yep, that's fine.
Good.
And then the last resolution I have is resolution setting the authority of the county administrator to sign purchase orders and appropriation adjustments for the Seneca County Commissioner's Office. And this is setting the authority at $50,000. This was passed originally back in November of 2023. And with our new administrator, I just reached out to the auditor's office to see if the original one would work, since it was just, it wasn't specific to a person, it was to the actual job. And they said that that was fine, but they wanted to make sure, since Brent wasn't commissioner at the time, that he agreed, so it was just easier to do a new resolution with all three of you signing for it, so.
So I'll make the motion. That's good.
I'll second.
Oh, Matt, are you sure you're ready for this?
We're ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
All right. Roll
Okay,
call.
Andy, roll call?
Okay. Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Okay, that is all I have for resolutions.
Nice job.
Very good. All right. Any public comment? Jim?
Congratulations on your victory.
Well, thank you very much. Yep. We all
Good
did
race.
good on that. We got, yep. No, very good. Appreciate
All
that.
three of you
Tim's
need to
jumping
sign,
in and
like,
helping us with
somebody,
the
the
vehicle,
administrator,
the
yeah.
fleet,
Mhm.
work.
Can I be below the line?
It's good. Thank you.
Any other public comment? Okay,
Good.
none. Meeting adjourned.
Do we each need to date it, or?
Yeah, probably.
Congrats, Matt.
Good job, Commissioner.
You said each of us need to sign somewhere in that area.